Are you ready? I said, are you ready? You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, 100% RC, Professor Damian Flowers, and Tyler Wright.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Voice of Fans Sportscast. I'm your host, Ben Swift Reynolds. We have T Gat with us, Linda Rosa, and most unknown. What's up? What's going on?
Nothing much. Watching the Chiefs going to another Super Bowl.
Y'all all seem so excited. That the Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl.
We all knew it was going to happen.
I mean, I've been through this with the Patriots, so it's like I've been through this before.
I wouldn't say I saw it coming, but I thought the Bills, they had a pretty good chance, in my opinion, especially how they play in the regular season versus them. So I just thought that they just couldn't get it done.
I don't even want to watch the Super Bowl at this point.
Yeah, everybody, what's your plans? Like, what we're gonna do? We're gonna go out, you know, we just boycott the Super Bowl.
Look, I wanted to go. The day they announced it, I'm like, I already knew what hotel I wanted to go to, and I already knew where I wanted to sit at. The next day, them tickets were sold out, and the hotel I wanted to stay at quadrupled in price.
You might want to drive back home. You might well sleep in the car, most.
I ain't doing
Pay for parking. Pay for parking and sleep in the car.
If I do that in New Orleans, all 4 tires is on bricks. I'm still in that suite.
Hey, you gotta bring somebody with you. Y'all take turns being on watch.
like we police officers.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I really want to go down to New Orleans for Super Bowl, experience, the activities, cause they put on different things for the fans. But now I don't feel up to it. I don't like the Eagles and I don't like the Chiefs.
Yeah, that, and honestly, I feel like the Super Bowl never been fan friendly, if that makes any sense. It just cause it's a concert too, so it ain't just football fans watching the game. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that just straight before the music.
Right. And the food.
Yeah, so it just, I don't know. I lost interest over the years, not because of the team winning, but just as a whole, it just seemed less interesting.
Well, I know a lot of people that going, man, Banger, he coming down here to enjoy the Super Bowl experience from Texas.
Nice.
Yeah. I think Randy's coming too. What you say?
You're gonna go to NOLA?
Nah, I think I'm gonna skip out, man. Like I said, I don't want to be around Chiefs fans. Definitely don't want to be around Eagles fans. Liable getting a fight, yeah, with the Eagles fans. I seen a video of the Eagles fan out there in the streets, of course, and one of them had a gun and shot the gun in the air.
Crazy.
I bet Jason Kelsey
was where were they?
They were partying. They were having a parade in the streets, and somebody put out a gun and just started laying out shots.
Yesterday?
Yes. They got video on it. They put it on. I seen it on Instagram. I was gonna download it, but I ain't having the time. Yeah, they put it on online. I was like, see, them bullets gonna hit somebody because they gotta come down. Shooting straight
Eagle
in the air.
Fans have one of the worst fan bases.
Oh, yes. That what made me really hate them was when the Saints played against the Philadelphia Eagles in the playoffs, and we beat them on their home turf, and they start spitting on the Saints fans. I was just like, that's crazy.
See, this is why, as somebody who has a collection of jerseys, there's certain jerseys that I don't wear, depending on where I go. You know what I'm saying? Because like if I wear my Mississippi State hoodie, and I'm in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, it's like, you know, I get unwanted attention. Like, no Bulldogs. Like, I'm not here for all that. I'm just trying to look good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying. I be doing that to I be doing that to other fans. Like, if I see some Cowboys gear, or I see some Falcon gear, like, you support that team? Like, I just friendly banter. I just be throwing at people, especially Falcon fans. I see some Falcon stuff. I'm like, why you go from that team? You know?
Yeah, it be that. You know, I have a Seattle Supersonic jersey, and even when I go to New Orleans, people just question me about it. It's just, I don't know, man. It just suits fans. That
you don't want to be bothered. Pretty much.
I don't want to be bothered. Don't ask me about the previous baseball season, because I ain't watched it.
Hey, you can be like, you know, I also do a podcast. You should go follow Sports Fans Sportscast on YouTube. You know, it's a little opener to support the podcast most. You got you.
There you go.
Yeah, you know, you got advertised. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
All right. Let's go ahead and dive into it. If y'all new here, like and subscribe. We support the glad y'all support the podcast, and hopefully we might be back next week with another show. But thank y'all for tuning in. All right, let's go ahead and dive into it. Chiefs. Now we'll start with I want to start with the Commanders and Eagles. The Eagles beat the Commanders 55-23. Old Saquon got loose. We said we can't let that boy pop off 40 and 50 yards, and that's what he did. He came and showed out. Linda, what are your thoughts on this game?
You know what? I didn't really think the Commanders were going to win, but I didn't think that the Eagles were going to win like that. I think that Jaden Daniels, for being a rookie, his stats compared to Jalen Hurts weren't bad, but obviously the Eagles were the better team, and they have Saquon Barkley. Washington did not know what to do with Saquon.
Not at all. Me and Flowers, we talked about this last show about the Lions. The Eagles did what the Lions should have done. Just keep running the ball with Montgomery and Gibbs and Reynolds. And they went away for that. And we saw what happened when the Eagles got loose, man. They were breaking off big yards. Even they got the other running back, Gainwell. They put him all around the field to get something going. Flowers, what are your thoughts?
Commanders wasn't ready, man. It's plain and simple, man. The moment was too big for him. Definitely don't want to put any blame on Jaden Daniels. I feel like the kid wouldn't really grant the full opportunity to really compete, you know, because the turnovers, he wasn't the problem. Other than that, the Eagles' offensive line dominating the game. Shipley even got in. I think he had like 77 yards. He had a long run. Saquon, of course. Jalen Hurts played great also. I gotta give credit where credit's due. Jalen Hurts had a great game as far as throwing the football. Didn't have to run it that much. AJ Brown finally showed himself. Just overall, man, just the Commanders got outclassed.
They sure did. What were your takeaways?
Yeah, just to piggyback what Flowers said, like the Commanders just weren't ready. It's just the Eagles is just a more well complete team, you know. But defensively, the Eagles did absolutely incredible. I think first of all, the Commanders didn't have a run game, and I don't think you can win playoff football if you don't establish the run. You have to establish the run. Jaden Daniels was the leading rusher, and that's really not good, you know. And also Jalen Hurts made some big time throws. I remember last episode, I'm like, what type of game he gonna give you? Is he gonna give you that 13 for 20 completed 175 yards. Nah, he did his thing against the Commanders. Plus with 3 rushing touchdowns. And Saquon doing what Saquon does. I think watching Saquon the last time, actually not the last time. I wish I would have seen this, but Saquon probably the last running back to produce like these Barry Sanders type of highlights. Just the crazy stuff that he moves so fluid,
Mm-hmm.
in the run game. But man, the Eagles just a way better team, way better defense. Commanders could get there, but they're just not ready yet.
Gatwood, did the game play out how you thought it was gonna play out?
I thought it'd be a little bit closer than it was. I mean, it was pretty close until the third quarter. I expected the Eagles to win. They're obviously more well rounded. Your boy Lattimore was getting cooked the whole game.
Come on now, he was not. They like to throw flags, man. Let them boys play. He a big boy. Let them play.
I saw somebody on Twitter said they brought Brian Robinson to a Saquon Barkley fight, so that doesn't really equal out those 2 running backs against each other. But it was a great year for the Commanders either way. I mean, first time in 33 years they went to the conference championship. So, I mean, they'll be back. They got their quarterback for the future for sure.
We know one person that's happy. That's Dan Snyder. He's jumping for joy. He said he hated to see that team winning like that.
See how the team is winning as soon as he left?
It's amazing, man.
It's
Cowboys.
amazing. Yeah, I didn't think the game was going to be that close, to be honest. I thought the Eagles probably win by 2 touchdowns at least, because I've seen them go head-to-head in the regular season before. And the Eagles had the kryptonite, and that was Saquon. The Commanders haven't been able to stop the run the whole year, and they just got exposed in the conference championship game. Like I mentioned earlier before, the Lions should have came out and did the exact same thing, but they didn't. And the Eagles, they allowed Jaden to be Jaden. They said Jaden gonna do what he gonna do, and let's try to contain him. Let's try to make him make those throws, and that's what they did. The Eagles defense was flying around the ball. Shoot, I lost count how many turnovers Commanders had, and that's what really cost them the game. I think they had 2 on the kick return, if I'm not mistaken, or a punt return. They the Eagles short field, and that's why I really like it came down to is turnovers. It kills you as a team, man. The Commanders had too many to come back on, and it just proves you veteranship means a lot, definitely in the playoffs. So the Eagles are flying right now, and they're heading to the Super Bowl. Any final thought? Oh, yeah, I had this crazy stat that I saw. The Eagles had 7 rushing touchdowns in the NFC Championship. The Cowboys only had 6 rushing touchdowns in the whole NFL season.
You saw who their running backs were.
The Eagles had 7 in the NFC Championship, and the Cowboys only had 6 the whole year. That's crazy.
Who the Cowboys running backs? Well,
Rico Dowell,
Ezekiel,
Rico Dowell, and that 5-foot Vaughn.
We still in
Deuce Vaughn.
Yeah, Deuce Vaughn. And Zeke, when he was there,
I ain't gonna lie, I love seeing the Cowboys
Zeke
downfall. I'm loving the Cowboys downfall. I don't know about y'all.
Downfall. Is it really a downfall?
It's never there. Right.
I feel like they do this every year, at least the past 7 years. It feels like.
Yeah, it's getting worse by the year.
They ain't been the same since that there's Brian catch, or none catch, whatever you want to call it.
But yes, actually, Nick Sirianni addressed the criticism of Jalen Hurts, and he said, "What quarterback haven't won anything with weapons around him?" So he coming out here in defense of Jalen. He said, "Look what y'all see what he did this game. He got it done, and he basically saying F y'all." That's basically what he's saying.
To be honest, just be quiet, man.
Right. I mean, he's not wrong, but hell, you played the Commanders 3 times. So if you can't scheme up anything against them, I really don't know what to say.
Right. So that's another guy that the Chiefs fans probably won't pay back on, because how he acted when they beat him. Was it in the it was in the regular season. He like, I don't hear y'all Chiefs fans now. You know, he was acting all wild and crazy and crap. So it's gonna be an interesting game, Eagles versus Chiefs. All right, the Chiefs, man, they came on top and beat the Bills 32-29. Josh Allen, man, he looked like a big kid crying. He looked like he couldn't get that Pacific tour that his mama told him know about. And he's over there just crying his eyes out. Flowers, what are your thoughts?
Look, I got a guy that I work with that's a Chiefs fan. I ran to him this morning.
Oh, Lord.
He must be a Yankees fan and an Alabama fan.
No, he's a Florida State
Lakers.
guy and a Buffalo Bills guy. I know it's a crazy combination, right?
Florida
You said
State.
Florida's home. Say that again.
Florida State. He's a Florida State guy, and he's a Buffalo Bill guy.
Oh, okay.
He's loyal to the
Okay.
soul. I give him that. But I feel sorry for him because it's like it's like deja vu all over again, man. You get down, you come back in the game, you take a lead in the game, and make a long story short, in my opinion, I just feel like I know we can sit up here and talk about the refs and this and that. I just want to concentrate on what the Bills didn't do. I think they had 170 something rushing yards. I feel like I should have ran the ball a little more. I just think it got to be. I think these teams try to just outmaneuver Kansas City when they just really need to outsmart them, because that's all Kansas City's doing. Kansas City, they won't show you things throughout the regular season. You get in the playoffs, they come out in the pistol set, full house formation, and running the ball, Patrick Mahomes. You didn't see that wrinkle on the fourth down play where Kincaid dropped the ball, which I don't really blame him for it, because honestly, it's a miracle that Josh Allen got the ball there. Okay, the play was broken up by that corner blitz. Corner came free on the edge, almost got to Allen. Allen had to backpedal, trying to make a miraculous play. But prior up to that, I just felt like Buffalo should have ran the ball more. You had James Cook, you had Ty Johnson, going. I just feel like they tried to put too much into Josh Allen's hands. And of course, that's ideal, but you just got to go with the flow of the game. And the flow of the game, in my opinion, was telling you, keep the clock running, run the ball. They ran a lot of mesh concepts that worked. Mac Hollins was wide open a good bit. They had some stuff going, but it's just at the end of the day, it's like circumstantial things happen, man. Somehow the Chiefs get the win in these games. I'll let everybody else talk about the refs, but I just feel like the Chiefs they're smarter than everybody, man. If you honestly look at them, like, we didn't even see Travis Kelce yesterday. They had Hollywood Brown. You got Worthy coming along. Samaje Perine comes in, catch a ball. You got Kareem Hunt. You got Pacheco. They got all these guys that make plays, and they just make them at the right time, barring the referees interfering with shit. But other than that, the Chiefs are just smarter than everybody.
Taylor Gatwood, your thoughts, man?
I mean, I'm with Flowers on a lot of that, and the refs. I mean, yeah, they made a couple bad calls, but it's not like it wasn't as excessive as we've seen for the Chiefs. I feel like they did a pretty decent job in that game. I mean, I think Josh Allen did get to the line on that fourth down.
I did too,
but it could have went either way. I mean, of course they said it was on the Chiefs side, but there's a couple bad play calls on the Bills, like that fade to Keon Coleman. I didn't get that at all. And like Flowers was saying, man, they should have kept feeding Cook. Cook was he was running the ball really good. At the end of the game, they kept giving the ball to Johnson. I thought they should, unless Cook was hurt. I don't know if he was hurt or not, but I thought he had a really good game. I mean, they had a good game plan against the Chiefs. I mean, I thought it was a good game either way. I mean, I wanted the Bills to win, but I mean, the Chiefs really probably deserved to win it. I mean, they didn't turn the ball over as much. The Bills, I mean, in the game, there was 5 fumbles by both teams, and the Bills recovered all of them. Because the Bills fumbled 3 times, and they recovered them all, and the Chiefs fumbled twice, and they recovered them. So they had their chances.
Mm-hmm.
They sure did. Landa, what's your thoughts?
This game made me really want to cry. I kept having this false hope that the Bills were going to win it. especially after Cook made that amazing Superman touchdown that he slammed across the end zone line, and everyone where I was watching, everyone was like, "Oh!" And I was like, "This is it. Like, this is the turning point. Like, the Bills are gonna do it." But of course, the same. I like doubted it in my mind, like this can't really happen. Like, are the Chiefs gonna not go to the Super Bowl? But at this point, I feel like everything's for the plot, everything for the storyline. It has nothing to do with even Taylor Swift. Because I'm not gonna lie, I was watching like, okay, where is she? Let me at least see what outfit she got on. Because we're gonna see her at least 10 times. They only showed my girl maybe like 3 times. But it's like Flowers was saying, Mahomes has so many options on who he can give the ball to. And them cuties in the striped shirt that they love so much, not excessive on the weird situations with the refs like we usually see, but it was just, I couldn't even watch the last 3 minutes. I was like, this is upsetting.
Very nerve-wracking indeed. Most, man, what's your thoughts?
It was just a good close game.
You loved it, huh?
Yeah, secret Chiefs fan. He disguised himself as a Bronco fan, but he's really a Chiefs fan.
He was happy when the Broncos got 5 wins.
We were supposed to have 3 the way it was looking off season. I ain't know who was our defensive players, but I mean, if I was the Bills, I would have gave the ball to Cook more. I mean, he had 13 for 85. He averaged 6.5 yards per carry, and I don't understand what is with NFL team or just teams. Period. That just, you see something working, why not keep doing it until the other team stop it? James shoot 13 for 85. He could have had 25 for $150. How I feel, and it would have destroyed the Chiefs. But it just, Josh Allen played sloppy in my opinion. I'm surprised they didn't pick the ball off about at least 3 times. But that just goes to show you how good the Chiefs defense is. Chiefs probably have arguably the best D line, and that's what I've been noticing about the Super Bowl Chiefs. Man, Chris Jones and that D line is merciful, and but yeah, it just in these close, tight games, Chiefs find a way to win. Because I mean, Pat, in my opinion, he ain't been playing like the elite quarterback that we always been, that we always seen. So,
right.
Congratulations to the Chiefs. Congratulations to Andy Reid. And yeah, that's about it. Bills had every opportunity to win this game. But Josh Allen played sloppy, and they didn't give the ball more. They could have gave the ball more to James Cook.
Man, I knew the Bills didn't have a chance as soon as the game started. It felt off in the first beginning. Josh Allen getting blitzed, getting flustered out there. Chiefs going up and down the field, scoring, bang, bang, just like that. I think it was like 14-6 or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was just like, something's off. Something's not right. And it's just prove the show, man. Even given Sunday, man, you got to come and bring it every time. And I feel like the defense kind of let down the offense a little bit because of the quick scoring, the yards they were giving up. What helped them out was the fumbles and the sacks, pushing them back a little bit more. But I just felt like the whole time the Bills play calling just off. They couldn't figure out Steve Spagnuolo blitz packages. They couldn't figure out where the hot reads need to be. And it just crumbled right in front of him. Josh Allen did all that he could. I feel like they threw the ball way too much. They should put in more design runs for Josh Allen. I feel like when they do more designs run for Josh Allen, it kind of gives the offense an energy boost. But I didn't really see that. I seen more of a scrambling and Josh Allen just trying to escape for his life, man. And I feel like that a lot of people blaming Sean McDermott for this because they keep coming up short. They can't figure out how to get over the hump by making simple adjustments and countering to what the Chiefs are doing. And a lot of people do want to point out what the refs did, but I feel like then I don't feel like it really count for anything. Maybe the catch they said that Worthy had, I feel like maybe that kind of that was a big time play. But other than that, it should have been. Other than that, it's really the Bills' fault on the 4th and 1. They've been trying to do that. I don't know. It's not a tush push. It's more like a Josh Allen dive. And have been working. I think they got stopped like 3 or 4 times on that exact same play. So why would I run something different?
Yeah, that's poor play calling, boy.
That's
coach.
poor. That's piss poor.
Yeah.
After the 4th time, you got to come up with something else, man. In the goal line situation, they didn't get that.
They're not protecting Josh Allen. Look, Jalen Hurts is what 6'1", can squat 500-600 pounds. Great offensive line. He squats down. You can't even see him. When they run that brotherly shove, tooth push, whatever you want to call it. Man, Josh Allen 6'5", 6'6". He's diving over the line. He's being punished, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You're diving over the line like that. And you got linebackers and safeties teeing off on you. I don't think it's detrimental to the team. I just think they need to do a better job of play calling, or like Sirianni said. Like I always say, if RC was here, he'd say it. Well, I don't know now. RC kind of, because Sirianni says something that, if RC was here, I'd bring it to attention, because in some instances he agrees with it, in some instances he don't. Far as he'll say a guy like Lamar Jackson doesn't need weapons, when I disagree. And I'm going to say this about Josh Allen too. Josh Allen is all world. Don't get me wrong. But honestly, if it's 4th and 5 like it was yesterday, who needs to get the ball? You really can't give me somebody that you can just guarantee that's going to make a play for him outside Josh Allen.
Josh Allen used the ball. I mean, that's sad. That really is, because that's how he won the last game.
Okay. Right.
With the run. Who was that against?
I might
that was
be
against
wrong.
The Chiefs, wasn't it?
I might
Yeah,
be
it was
wrong.
against the Chiefs when he got the run. Go ahead.
I was going to say I might be wrong for saying this, but I'm kind of shocked the Bills made it this far.
I am too.
Because honestly, I just feel like the whole offense, I mean, other than James Cook, the whole offense is just Josh Allen. And you ain't gonna be able to win football games like that.
Y'all know
Especially the type of play.
I'm just saying, name one quarterback that has had to do what Josh Allen and Lamar has had to do with lesser talent and won something.
Maybe Patrick Mahomes last year.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, he's an exception. Patrick
he's
is
an
one.
exception.
That's an exception.
What was the question?
I'm just like name someone,
name a quarterback
other than Patrick Mahomes that has won without talent. A Super Bowl.
Your quarterback, former quarterback, Andrew Luck. Well,
I said Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
I mean, he's got us to the NS. I mean, he got us to the AFC Championship.
I would say Drew to a certain extent, because it was more about scheme.
No.
With the
Okay, wait. So let's compare the Buffalo talent compared to the Saints talent when they won Super Bowl. There's no comparison.
We could run the ball.
Marcus is way better than any other receiver.
Who won? Who was the Ravens quarterback in 2000?
In 2000, Trent Dilfer.
Trent Dilfer.
Yeah, Trent.
I don't even see. I'm so far. I see it with talent.
That's an outlier, though. That defense was talented.
Ain't nothing against Trent Dilfer, but I'm talking about a quarterback that's an MVP caliber talent.
Like I said, the closest person I can think of is Drew, just because of most of y'all couldn't name the receivers outside Colston. You might can name Shockey, the tight end, but outside that, your mind kind of go blank. Flowers can name him because we played Madden against each other, so he know what guys I was playing with.
Dante Stallworth,
Henderson,
Lance Moore,
Derby
Lance Moore. Oh yeah, Lance Moore.
Shockey and Colston are way better than what Josh Allen has.
Well,
though.
Shockey was on one leg actually. He wasn't the Shockey with the Giants. So
you had three running backs. You had Pierre Thomas, Deuce, and Bush.
Yeah. So that one saying Drew would probably be the closest name you probably can get to that just didn't have like stardom power. But outside that, everybody had star receivers. That Amari Cooper a little old and slow.
Yes.
And that's why I feel like the Bills never had a chance because the only way they were gonna win is on the ground. I was surprised Matt Hollins came over with those catches. I was like, dang, okay.
But they were doing good.
They just had to just go back to the run.
The blitzing, but the thing is, when they finally had a pass, that's where the problem arose from. Because Steve Spagnuolo would blitzing them at certain situations on third downs. The Chiefs were blitzing them on third downs, and the Bills didn't think of like, hey, they bringing pressure on third down.
Need a hot man. What a hot man.
Need a hot man. So that's why a lot of people blaming the coaches. Like y'all couldn't make an adjustment. Like there's a pattern of the Chiefs blitzing on certain downs. And y'all couldn't figure that out.
Yeah, Tony Romo, he noticed that the Bills like to run left, and they continued to do that to the point where they couldn't no more. You know what I'm saying? That's just bad play calling.
Y'all know who I think the Bills should go get? Who's going to be on the trading block? DK Metcalf. I think they should go get Metcalf. I think that'd be a good fit for that offense.
I think they should try to stick one to the Chiefs and go get Hill.
That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea.
I need a big body like Metcalf. I feel like big body with some speed.
I think they got Keon Coleman.
But you got to think Keon Coleman will be better next year. But I like what Ben is foreseeing with this because if you think about it, Buffalo doesn't have anybody that can take the top off the defense.
Yeah,
what they need in a sense. As far as you got all these possession guys, Shakir, Coleman, and all these other guys, you need a different element that probably can help take the top off the defense.
You have your two possession receivers in Coleman and Cooper, and they'll take Cooper wants to see the best corners. He'll get able to work with the second and third best corner. So I think they need to go get a speedster, man. I know Worthy pointing out like he's some type of superstar. Like, the Bills passed up on me. Like nobody ain't thinking about you, Worthy. You know that, right? Nobody ain't thinking about you, bro. But he took his time out to make that statement known that the Bills passed up on him. I don't think if the Bills drafted him, I don't think he would probably make that big of a deal for their offense anyway. Like he was just a rookie. RC, man, what's up, brother?
Hey, man,
you popular enough. That's what it is.
I was listening to y'all, man. Y'all doing a good job. What's up, Linda? What's going on? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we hear you.
So, I'm tired of the Chief Invitational, man.
I think we all love it.
I think for me, I don't think nobody need no more players. We showed up in the Super Bowl last year with the Avengers and we lost to them dudes, man. I mean, we had everything y'all just named and we lost to them. We had somebody take the top off of defense. We have a guy that run the end around. We had a star running back with quarterback, the tight end, the coach, a pair and a part. At least we had
y'all off the cornfield though, man.
It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter though. It don't matter. When we had everything that y'all say other teams need, but we don't execute when it's time to execute. They execute when it's time to execute. I think one of y'all said that earlier. Like they make plays
smarter than everybody
in critical times, man. They like he don't mess up. I've never seen him mess up. But I'm kind of feeling like this is the same Super Bowl I already seen, man. The Eagles played him the first time, came in there with that awesome defensive line with 72 sacks. They're not gonna touch Guy. Guy's smart, man. So yeah.
But you know, to beat dynasties, you know, like the Patriots when they lost to the Giants, they made that crazy helmet catch. That was the catch. Yeah. Kincaid needed to make that catch yesterday for them to get over the hump.
I think the ball got on him too quick.
Yeah.
It was a busted play. That the blitz messed up the play. Josh Allen just threw it. I mean, I ain't gonna say he just threw it up, but he was trying to, give him a chance to make it.
He had to. I mean, that fourth down. But I know I'm not blaming Kincaid. That was catchable ball, but he just did what he had to do with that. And it's just unfortunate that the Bills have this curse all over them, man. I think they will. They showed a crazy stat like 0-8 in important games. Josh Allen is 0. Yeah, Josh Allen is 0-4 against Patrick Mahomes in the postseason. And look, you know what really would ate me up if I was Josh Allen? When Patrick Mahomes came up to me like, man, I'm sorry that I had to beat you. You know, I'm sorry it had to be me or something like. He said something like that. I was like, man, get away from me. Get your hands off me.
Because Pat, no.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Of course.
Had the Ravens won last week, do you think this conference game would have had a different result?
Yes.
No, the Ravens would went away from the running game. They would went away from the running game. They were breaking off runs and like
Ravens were better.
Lamar can do.
Especially if Zay Flowers in play, I'm not sure.
Right. Like I said, then again, it all depends on how the Raven offense would came out. You know, would they stuff with the run, or would Lamar try to get Lamar in the passing game? But that's a good point. If Zay Flowers was playing, I think it would be a totally different ball game.
But then again, we thought the same thing with the Ravens last year. So
yeah,
I mean,
I just hate it, man, that these teams are good. They dang good enough to win the Super Bowl, and they just can't figure out the Chiefs that just somehow put together with Band-Aids and tape, and they just get it done. It's just
twig and rubber bands.
Twig and the rubber bands. It's freaking annoying. That's what it is.
Players from the 90s are still blaming Jordan for this same mishap as we speak.
So you know. So a lot of people saying, what are we watching right now with Patrick Mahomes' greatness? Is he Tom Brady level yet? Or what?
I mean, he's been in the league 7 years. He's been to 5 AFC championships. Has the chance to win 4 Super Bowls. Man, this is like I'm playing Madden right now. Like this is ridiculous, man.
He don't
probably will
even
never.
He don't even sweat.
Probably will never see.
He don't even sweat.
Someone begin their career in a 7-year span, their first 7 years, 5 AFC championship appearances, and he's won 3 Super Bowls already. That is something unprecedented. You got to think Tom won his first 3 and went 10, 11 years without winning another one for a while. You know, so we do have to remember that.
Y'all think he'll play that long? You think he'll play until he's 40?
I don't think he'll have to. Unless he's just chasing records. But if he gets he's what, 29? So think about it.
29, somewhere
28, 29. Okay, if Andy Reid stays another 3 or 4 years, they might win 2 more.
I don't think Andy Reid's going to leave as long as Mahomes is in his prime.
Andy Reid, I think he won career win 301 yesterday. So he's probably a season and a half off from breaking the all-time record.
Yeah, Shula, Don Shula have it.
That's crazy. And I don't think Pat had a good year this year. To me, that was his worst year.
It was.
I think we're spoiled because we seen him with Tyreek Hill and everything, and we seen him throw for 5,000 yards. And I just think as he's matured, I feel like they were flashy when he first started. I just think they're more business oriented now. I just don't think he's looking to wow you with 50 touchdown pass. I just think that they just go out with whoever they lined up against that week, whatever the game plan is, that's what they go with, and whatever it takes to do, they're gonna win. I just don't think it's about flash in the pan or anything like that with Pat anymore. I just think they're strictly business. So whatever's needed to be done, they're gonna do it.
You got that right. All right, so I have this would you rather. Would you rather see Patrick Mahomes make a history with a 3-peat, or would you rather see Jalen Hurts or Saquon Barkley get their first rings? Let's start with you, RC.
I wish the lights go off and don't never come back on. I hate both of these teams with a passion. And I heard what y'all said about. I heard y'all say something about how many more rings they're gonna win. Andy Reid, 66 years old. Patrick Mahomes about 30. Tom Brady had longevity with a coach that that had longevity with him. They're gonna put the belt on him one more time. Y'all watch the wrestling, they're gonna put the belt. This is his last championship, and then they're gonna pass it on to somebody else. But I'd rather see the Eagles win. Stop the three-peat. This dude is good. But I think we overlooking Andy Reid. Nobody's talking about the impact of Andy Reid and Spagnuolo being together that long. And no matter who they bring in, what's killing me, Linda, is seeing Charles Omenihu and McKinnon, ex-49ers winning Super Bowls with these dudes, man. Like, our coach didn't know how to use them to get us over the hump, but Andy Reid takes them. No matter who we bring in, he wins with them. So I think Andy Reid is the key, but I think I'd rather see the Eagles win and allow Jalen Hurts to get his first championship because he's been playing his butt off too. He's looking really good.
What about you, Flowers? Would you rather?
I mean, of course, I'd rather see Saquon win one. I mean,
Yeah,
see what he went through being a New York Giant, and injuries, and them throwing him away, and he trashed in, letting him go to the Eagles. That's more fulfilling to me than a three-peat. Like I said, it's like deja vu with the Chiefs. I'm with RC. Andy Reid is the greatest coach of all time. There's no sugarcoating that. Bill's probably third, second. But for what Andy Reid has done over the past 25 years is insane. This man went to 4 or 5 NFC championships with the Eagles, went to a Super Bowl. Then he switches to the AFC. He's been to 5 or 6, like I say, 5, 6 AFC championships. About to go to another Super Bowl. I just don't understand. How can you compete with that far as comparing coaches? Because Andy has done it with something of everything. So, but I'm with it might be a coaching disadvantage. We'll see if Sirianni can get with his staff and see if he can out duel Spags and Andy Reid. We'll see.
Landon, which one you rather see?
I don't even know if this is a real question. Like, does anybody here want to see the Chiefs win besides Mose?
That's crazy.
You're like, hold up now.
Wait a minute.
Most is minding his business in the corner.
I'm so tired of seeing Patrick Mahomes. I'm tired of seeing that nappy faux hawk. Nobody on his team is asking him to run a comb through that. It's obnoxious. Does he even go to the gym? Like, you have a dad body and a nappy faux hawk. I'm tired of seeing him everywhere. I don't want to see him on the State Farm commercials. I don't want to see him nowhere anymore. Let him get his little three-peat because they're gonna give it to him. And then let's move on. I don't want to see the Chiefs win no Super Bowl no more. I would rather see Jalen Hurts and them win it, obviously.
Unfortunately, all the NFC fans are hurting because we got to pick the lesser of two evils.
And I hate the Eagles. I absolutely hate the Eagles.
Too.
I hated them since
2
years ago when they made a fool of us in the NFC Championship. That was like one of the worst days of my life. I've hated the Eagles since then. I don't care how cute Jalen looks at the camera. He's trying to seduce us at home. It's not working.
You try to do
He tried it on me. It didn't work. I stood strong. I was like, no, Linda Rosa, you do not fall for this man trying to seduce you through the camera. But do you know what? I'm going to have to root for Philly. I hate them. I hate their fans, but I hate the Chiefs in them more.
Hey, Flowers. Jay Kelly said, "Is that James Earl Jones?"
Man, I miss my beard, man.
We have his son.
Hey, man. Y'all better leave Mose alone. Who was that? Mose? Who was that?
I don't know who that. I can't talk.
It's like one after another, Mose. They won't leave you alone, my dude. What did you do?
Hey, man,
who was that?
Me beardless is nasty. I already know it. It's nasty.
That's crazy.
That was funny, Jay. That was funny.
Who the hell is Joe?
That Flowers boy.
Oh, that's cold. That's diabolical.
We're gonna have a conversation about that, Jake.
Hey, look, you ain't hurt my feelings. Shit.
Oh man. So I think it's kind of unanimous. Everybody want to see Saquon. I ain't even saying I want to see Saquon get ring. He kind of won me over. I can't hate the man anymore.
It ran right through your heart, didn't it?
Yeah, he did.
Bro, that dude is good, man. For real.
He's a good dude. He's a good dude on and off the field.
All
right. Jaguars have a new head coach. Let's hear what he have to say.
Poor guy.
What's it, Liam Cohen?
Cohen.
Liam Cohen came from Buccaneers. OC.
He should have stayed.
Players over plays. How do we make this as much about the players and making this about bringing out the best in you? That's what this is about. Jacksonville, the community. Duval.
Yeah, he fired at the one thing.
That sound like a commercial. That sounds like a politician commercial. That's what it sounds like.
God. That's what we gotta play twice.
It's about the community. It's about
People
the players.
People revoked their season tickets after seeing that video. They're like, "Give me my refund, man."
Shane Conn and those sending them to London at the net.
Hey, I've been seeing the comments. They're like, man, who the dude we had off the street?
Did y'all hear the backstory to this of how he got hired?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Well, hold on. Go ahead and tell it. Some people might not know.
Well, to make a long story short, he got an interview with the Jags. Shad Khan liked him. He didn't get the job at first because of Trent Baalke, the GM. They fired Trent Baalke. The Buccaneers were going to make Cohen the highest paid offense coordinator in the league. I think they was going to pay him like $10 or $11 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
He sneaks off to back to Jacksonville after they fired Baalke. Took another interview without the Bucs knowing. The Bucs were calling him, trying to contact him, everything. He wouldn't pick up until after he took the Jaguar job.
Did you hear the lie he told? Why he wouldn't answer the phone?
Lay it on us. I ain't hear that part.
His daughter was sick.
No, he didn't.
Dang,
Oh,
you can't use a
You
child.
can't trust people
Well,
like that.
He used his kid, man.
Not to get out of jail.
Well, I
free
don't know. I
card.
do use my son to get out certain stuff that I don't want to do. I'm like, man,
Yeah,
I
but
gotta
I
go
don't
pick up
know
my
if
son.
Well, I think that the big thing though about that, he didn't have to lie about it. I
No, he
mean,
didn't.
did.
He didn't.
why you bringing the kids in this, man?
But you can tell-
Don't say kid. Don't say sit. Just say you had to go do something for your child, man.
You can
That's-
tell
Well,
what
just
kind
say
of guy
you
he is,
taking
though.
another interview with Jacksonville.
But you can tell by the way
Right.
he say Duval that he lie like that. Come up with very, very strange Duval. I was like, is
So-
that real? Like when I first saw it, I was like, that can't be real. AI.
So wait a minute. So he initially agreed to the Bucs offer. Is that what it is?
I think he had to.
yeah, he
I
didn't
want to
sign it,
say
though.
he did.
Yeah, he just didn't sign.
But
So
he ain't
from
signed
what I
nothing.
understand,
You should have stayed.
from what I understand, he had his first interview with the Jags, but in between the first and the second interview, he had accepted the offer from the Bucs.
Yeah, that's
So
crazy.
then why did he turn around and then take the second interview?
Why?
with
How
the
is
Jags?
this
It's
even
like,
legal?
It's legal. He ain't signed nothing. It was just a
10, 11 mil. I'm
verbal.
staying.
If you agree,
It's
but
a
if you agree
verbatim.
to something, we can go in and out about that.
Yeah.
You got to be wise. I mean, if they're trying to pay you $11 million to be an offensive coordinator, man, I would have stayed as offensive
He
coordinator.
must.
How
He
did he
must
even get to
solve
be a
something.
coach?
I don't
You
know.
don't even know like he ever played football. Like, how's that guy even coaching? Anybody know him?
The question. All I know, he was
where
with
he came
Canales before Canales left for
Yeah.
the Panthers.
And you see what Canales is doing with the Panthers right now. Especially
Doesn't
with
mean
Bryce
he's
Young.
Canales.
So
I think he was a
Buccaneers
quarterback.
offense,
He played
They-
quarterback. Gatwood. He played quarterback. I think at UMass or something like that. He was a quarterback.
San Jose State.
Yeah, one of them schools. He played. He was a quarterback.
So all jokes aside, how y'all think the Jaguars will do in this coming season? We'll start with you, Mose.
I mean, if he's being sleazy this early, then I would have concerns, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? As far as, I mean, Baker did have a amazing season, so perhaps Trevor Lawrence may have the same, or whoever the Jacksonville quarterback is. But I mean, at the end of the day, he's inexperienced, so I just have to see for myself.
Well, the Buccaneers offense wasn't inexperienced. It was third in passing, fourth in rushing, third in total yards. Then a good hire or a bad hire?
Honestly, I don't know about this guy. I know he was with the Rams for a while. Left the Rams, went back to the Rams. He seems kind of fickle. Right now, the Jags don't even have a GM. The owner said that he's trying to focus on building a coaching staff around Cohen. They really need to worry about getting Trevor Lawrence together. I don't know. I don't think this hire is going to make any difference for the Jags. They still have a lot of other shit they need to sort out.
What about you, Flowers?
I love it.
Good hire. Okay.
Yeah, good hire. Great hire.
Yeah,
I say that.
Are you being sarcastic?
Oh yeah. Come on now, Nap Town, man. Don't you see this right here? Hell yeah, it was a good hire. I think, and I might be wrong when I say this, I think he might have a say-so in who the GM might be, which is full negligence. This guy doesn't have a lick of experience. Yeah, I'm not trying to discredit the man. I feel like the NFL is in a place to where, hell, if I go on Indeed.com and put I'm a part of the Sean McVay tree, hell, I'll get a damn job. So it's like they're giving out money and they're giving out jobs to guys because of where they were, who they was under.
Well,
not too much of what they've done.
Well, perhaps Jacksonville probably desperate at this point, and they willing
Go
to
hire Pete Carroll.
I want to say they desperate. I want to say Jacksonville desperate though.
I'm looking at it this way: because obviously Jacksonville lacks structure.
That's
go hire
true.
somebody that can get them in line. Go like the Raiders wouldn't hire Pete Carroll. That probably would have been all right hire. You want to fix Trevor Lawrence? Go hire Mike McCarthy. You know, somebody that's actually got experience doing it. You know, as much as people talk bad about Mike McCarthy, I think that Mike McCarthy has done, good job in two different places. I don't know enough about Cohen to just be like, oh yeah, he's gonna come in and beat the Texans, beat us, and beat the Titans. I just don't.
All right, RC, your thoughts.
I'm gonna put my brakes on it because I talked about Dan Campbell's ass up under the table when he was talking about biting kneecaps. He had a very cringe press conference as well. I didn't think Dan Campbell had a shot in hell of doing what he's doing right now. So with this guy though, he has proven that he can coach offense, and that's what he's probably gonna be calling his plays. And then I believe in Sean McVay coaching tree more than I do Kyle Shanahan. If you look at Kyle Shanahan's coaching tree, everybody leaves Kyle Shanahan forget how to coach football. Everybody leaves Sean McVay, O'Donnell over there in Minnesota, Taylor over there in Cincinnati. They do their thing. So this guy here, even though he looks like a goofy, I believe he gonna know what to do. I mean, I'm not saying he's gonna win that division, but they typically offense is a little bit easier. OC's coming to a team as a head coach, it's a little bit more smoother transition than a DC. So I'm saying it's a possibility it may work out. Wait and see.
Yeah, I'm gonna play a little devil's advocate here. We saw the Buccaneers offense actually take a step up in the running game. We saw the emergence of Burke Irving, and as we saw with the Jacksonville running game with Travis Etienne, they just don't know how to use him. They just don't know how to get him going. So I think that he got a big weapon in him and with Tank Bisbee. So he got that 1-2 punch just like he have with the Buccaneers with Bucky and the other kid. I can't think of his name right now.
I disagree.
Don't they got Brian Thomas?
They got the Thomas kid. Let me say something real quick. I don't mean to interject.
And tight end.
I ain't trying to hold us on here all night. But I think that's more of Baker Mayfield and that veteran-led offense more than it was Cohen, in my opinion. You got Mayfield's a vet. You got all-pro Mike Evans. You got a great offensive line. What made the Buccaneers come together was Bucky Irving. Okay, that's what made them go over the top. I don't think it was Cohen. I think he's just a shadow, lurking behind the real people that's doing the work. I think those guys did the work more than Cohen did. But that's my opinion.
Doesn't the Jacksonville Jaguars have the same two type of running backs that the
The
Buccaneers
Jacksonville
have?
Jaguars don't have the same offensive line as Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
We can work with that. We can build it up. Jacksonville gonna be a project. But my thing is, when Casales was called and played for Buccaneers, they were looking great. It wasn't just Baker too; it was him also. So I think Cohen being under McVay and being with the other OC with the Buccaneers, he has something. He knows something. So,
but do you know what play calling is though? Calling the right plays at the right time. Like Andy Reid always one step ahead of the DC. So all you gotta do is just be one step. Don't never not be yourself, and you'll be fine in the National Football League. It's when you try to be somebody you're not. So I understand where you're coming from, though, Flowers. I'm the same way about the Seahawks when they got in the Rams. They don't. I'm saying I know the underlying thing. I can feel it. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're.
But he know one thing for sure. We know one thing though. He liked to run the football. He liked to establish a running game.
That's
like
fine.
I said, fourth and rushing.
And you can't run it if the defense is 31st in stopping people. That's all I'm saying.
I think that's why you run the ball.
Great staff. Gotta have a staff.
Try to keep that D line.
But it's much more to being a coach than just the play calling.
Yeah, much more.
I don't think.
Excuse me. Wait a minute. Not in this version of the National Football League, because all the great.
Well,
look, I think it's bigger. I think them guys do their job. Like, you do your job, the DC does his job, but really it's an offensive driven league. Like, it's about points. So you don't really,
especially with all the younger guys. Look at the trend. All the younger head coaches and OCs.
Yeah.
I mean, they just calling plays. They doing what they need to do, and they have structure, and they know what they need to do when the players come into the building. So I think that it's not like our hard nose like Sean Payton and who else.
Look at the guys that don't call plays. John Harbaugh, Tomlin. They just stand over there. They figureheads. They like do the other stuff, right? But the league is transitioning to OCs, like being the play callers and the head coach. I get what you're saying, most like all that other stuff behind the scenes. So if you build it right, you facilitate all that other shit to other people to do. So I see what you're saying, though.
Well,
I just
go ahead.
I don't necessarily believe in just hiring somebody that just don't have the experience in this situation.
I mean, you gotta get experience somewhere.
At least with Dan Campbell, he had the experience. He came, like when Dan Campbell was in Miami, he came in as a coaching intern. Eventually, he became an interim head coach. And as far as him going to Detroit,
we don't know Cohen's coaching experience, so we can't really speak on his history. He might
have. That's the problem, though. He doesn't have enough for people just to assume he's going to go in there and be a smash hit.
So where did he come from? So how long was he with McVay? We saw McVay work his way up with the Commanders. Then he got his head coaching opportunity. But how long was Cohen underneath McVay? I would like to know that.
That's a good question, but I would counter that to why he wasn't the offensive coordinator prior to Canales, if that's the case.
He was with them from 2018 to 2020. Left for a year, came back in 2022 to Sean McVay.
So I'm saying,
he hadn't done anything.
The resume is just a bit off for me. That's all I'm saying.
I think
they had a guy. Go ahead.
I think his character is flaky. I think the whole weird pivot thing with the Bucks is flaky. Like the character is given. He's there for the money, and the resume is kind of shaky too. And the eyes
had a guy. Maybe they thinking like
they're not the same. The eyes are not level.
Maybe they thinking like we had a guy with a resume with Doug Pearson. Let's try something fresh and new.
Shad Khan can't hire. Let's just say that Shad Khan cannot hire a coach.
But Doug Pearson had a big resume. It was nice.
He had a huge resume.
I think Aaron Glenn is not going to do shit in New York because of the way.
Well, we're gonna get to him. We're gonna get to that, RC.
So when you look at resume, you talking resumes. I mean, who had a better resume than Doug Pearson? I mean, he won the only Super Bowl in Philadelphia history. So I mean, I'll take it.
Try something new. You gotta think outside the box sometimes. All right. Let's listen to Aaron Glenn.
But with challenges becomes opportunity. But here's what I do know. We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this.
There you go.
There he is.
All right.
Wait a minute.
That's where I can go with
Okay,
that.
Coach.
I'll tell you my
There he
man.
is.
I'll tell you my man. I'll tell you my man. I'll tell you my man. I read that shit all day
I
long.
like you better.
I'll tell you my man.
Let me start this one though.
Yeah, go
man.
ahead.
Okay, now the difference in that and what I heard down in Duval, Aaron Glenn is a player's coach. I can tell you, I can tell off the rip that he is a player's coach. That's what these players nowadays need. It's just something what Combs saying. It's not registering with me. It just don't register with me the way Aaron Glenn registers with me. And defensively, the Jets has more talent than the Lions, of course. So I think that side of the ball will be pretty fair, of course. But the Jets' problem is going to be figuring the offense out. That's their issue.
Yes, indeed. Linda, what do you think about Aaron Glenn?
I like him. He got me pumped.
Yep.
I think that the fact that he came from the Lions is an advantage for the Jets. I also like the fact that he played for the Jets back in the day. It's a full circle moment. I like it.
What about you, Gatwood?
I mean, the Jets, they got a lot of work they got to figure out, especially on the offensive side. But I mean, it's good that somebody came in bringing some attitude like that. It could turn out to be like a D'Amico Ryans, with the Texans type deal. Defensive coordinator, real fiery personality. He played for the Texans. Aaron Glenn played for the Jets, so maybe it'll work out for him.
RC, your thoughts?
Just give him Mike Tyson before he fought Jake Paul, the brother. Is it Jake Paul the one he fought, or was the other Paul? Which one? One of them Paul.
It
Give
Jake.
Hey, I'm excited, but it's giving it. I thought Mike Tyson would knock shit out that boy, but he didn't. And I think this is what's gonna happen here, cause the issue the Jets have, they've hired 5 straight DCs, defensive-minded head coaches, and they have not worked out. I just don't think this is going to work out. Not because of Aaron Glenn. He has the right mindset, giving Antonio Pierce. Raiders, he was Sammy Crump. And then when he put the key in the ignition, car didn't go. Because you know what? They don't have nothing they need to drive down the road, up the street, around the corner. They're going to struggle. You didn't draft, the quarterback you did draft is gone. Then you don't really know what you want to do with Breece Hall. Defensively, I think Robert Sala's going to steal a lot of your players. He took your special teams guy. So, I mean, you got to bear covered. So, if I was him, I would have took the Saints job because it's like all of us have an alma mater and you can't go back home. The pressure is crazy. And them Jets fans are going to expect him to do miracles and wonders, and I just don't think he's going to have enough time to do it. But I hope he does.
I like the hire because the Jets are a defensive team, so they got a defensive-minded coach. Just up to Aaron Glenn to get the right OC in place. He can't be like Robert Saleh, just bringing in random guys. He's going to have to bring in the right OC. That's the only way this thing's going to work. Go ahead, Flowers.
I just hope. Well, ain't no hoping. Just it's not if but when Woody Johnson is gonna sabotage him.
That's true. He ran off. Well, allegedly, Aaron Rodgers won't be back or Devontae Adams.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah,
the rumor.
that's
They had a falling out. Woody and Aaron had a falling out.
See, I can't blame Aaron Rodgers for that. Because Woody Johnson allowed Aaron Rodgers to come in, you paid him $100 million, and you allowed him to do what he did. So why renege on him now? You should have seen that coming prior to you committing 2-3 years to him.
Woody Johnson is the person that got so much money he don't know what to do. He like Jared Jones. They hang out together. They play golf and probably dig in their asses. I don't know. I just feel like, to me personally, man, I'm greatly disappointed that he took that job. I mean, I get it. Just go somewhere where, the Saints would have been perfect for him because he got a chance to build it. The Jets fans are just you talking about a knowing fan base? Sheesh. They're not going to give – they're going to expect him to go undefeated next year, and he's not.
All right. Let's watch the Cowboys talk about their new coach.
think I can't operate out of my comfort zone. You're so wrong. It's unbelievable. This is as big a risk as you could take. As big a risk as you could take. No head coaching experience. Now, let me share something with you. With all of that, you've just heard him reference his osmosis, his family. Anybody in this room that doesn't believe the apple doesn't go far from the tree has missed it someplace down the road, especially if there was an effort to make it that way, and there was an effort.
All right, Jerry Jones said, "Don't." I don't know what you're talking about, D.
Yeah.
I think he forgot what he was supposed to be talking about.
Well,
and
I think he was talking about his father, Marty.
Oh, okay. I kind of got lost the reference to Brian. Well, the new coach is Brian Schottenheimer. Schottenheimer. That's the new coach now. So I kind of got lost to that reference there. But okay. He said, if you don't think he thinks outside the box, he's doing it now. We're gonna see.
I need you to think. I need you to think inside the box, mother. Okay, go ahead, man. My bad.
Landon, what's your thoughts on the new head coach for the Cowboys?
I don't know what Jerry Jones is doing. I don't know what anybody in Dallas is doing. I don't have no opinion on this. I will say this. Jerry Jones' whole game plan to do more with less. He's getting less. He's getting less.
For sure.
Like, it seems like Jerry Jones is like more defensive these days than ever. That's how you know. That's how you know it probably wasn't a good hire, Jerry. You so defensive from bringing this guy in. Flowers, your thoughts?
I ain't lying, he's so defensive. His damn shoulders was up the whole time he was talking. He couldn't even relax. He's so on the damn defense. You know what? I really don't know what to say because it's just like the stock in Dallas is just plummeting. I'm not used to it. Even when they was irrelevant 20 years ago, per se, before they got Bill Parcells, this is probably the lowest they have been since then. When they had Don Capers and they had Quincy Carter and they couldn't win games. So I was saying it's been a long time since they haven't been relevant. I just feel like he's this office rocker, man. He's getting. You can look at him. I ain't trying to talk about Jerry, but he looks older. He looks like he's tired. He need a nap. He looks so tense. He just doesn't want to give it. He doesn't want to give it up. I understand it. You bought it. You bought it in the 70s. It's yours. That's your baby. You've been involved with this over the last 40, 50 years. I get it. But pride, it will kill you. And it's killing Jerry Jones as we speak because he's so damn prideful. He don't know how to take a step back and allow somebody to help him. He's made, over the last 10 years, he's made some of the craziest contract decisions as far as paying somebody 2 years too late or not paying them 2 years too early. It's time for Jerry Jones just to take a step back, in which he won't, but he needs to just take 2 steps back and let somebody else take 3 steps forward. Until then, this is what we'll continue to see.
As they say, pride come before the fall. So that's what we're seeing. RC.
I love it. As a 49er fan, I love purgatory for these sons. Y'all understand. Cowboys, I love it. This is where you need to be. This is where you deserve to be. I'm in a group with some Cowboy fans, and they always getting on Brock Purdy. Purdy is 4-0 against them, and it's just I'm in a good place right now. As far as a Niner Michigan fan, we beat shit out of our rivals, man. I love it, and they need to stay right where they at. And then also, in reality, I think the issue we can harp on him getting out of the way and stuff like that, but he's a very, very smart businessman. Like his numbers, he's doing numbers in Dallas while they're losing. So he's making, they got the, their apparel sell out, your games sell out, even though they're losers, perennial losers. But I feel no kind of sympathy for him. Like The Cowboys got a better chance, or Jerry Jones got a better chance of getting the doorknob pregnant than they win the Super Bowl. And I love it, man. I love it. They need to stay right where they at. So the hell with them. Burn it down, Jerry. Burn it down.
Hey, Jerry. Jerry said, if I can't have her, nobody can, pretty much, man. Gatwood.
Wait, hold on 1 second. Did y'all say that's Marty Schottenheimer's son?
I think that is Marty Schottenheimer's son.
It is.
He turned it over to his grave, man. That man, no.
Look, he said he's bringing up Marty. I don't mean to cut y'all. He brought up Marty. I'm asking, like, okay, if that's the case, if you believe so much in Marty, why you didn't hire him?
Right. Yeah.
You had the chance.
Gatwood, you got any thoughts?
I mean, I don't think that job's very desirable. I would hate to have that job. That sounds like the worst job in football to me. I mean, I don't know why anybody would take that job. I mean, that's just. I mean, you got somebody breathing down your neck 24/7. Like, I would hate that.
Right. Most, you got any thoughts?
So you replaced Mike McCarthy with his own offensive coordinator that didn't call plays.
Well, he did call plays. Mike turned it over to him.
Yeah.
Later on the season.
Yeah, later on.
Yeah, that helps.
Yeah,
it helped a little bit.
I feel bad for Brian. I really do.
Yeah.
I feel bad. I feel bad for the man. You know what I'm saying? As far as Jerry Jones,
why?
I mean, what you mean? Why? I mean,
he took the job. He getting paid. He took it. So
yeah, he took it paid.
Right? Nobody forced him to take that job.
He ain't no top 5, top 10.
Now you gotta remember, a few years ago, Schottenheimer was trying to get the job.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wanted him. He don't call plays. He call them in. They send him back. Shit don't work. I think to me, Jerry, like you don't call Dion, even if he wouldn't take the job.
He called. They called, but
he
called and hired Dion. That wouldn't work.
Should at least give him an interview or something. I mean, you had
they talk.
Ben Campbell.
Yeah.
Team go through 20. Hold on. Teams go through like 10, 20 interviews with different coaches, and you chose this of all people, this guy.
Well, he dropped the ball in interviews because he didn't interview nobody.
But the thing is, though, you forgetting they came into the game late because they fired McCarthy after everybody was getting talked to. And
that's Jerry's fault, though.
That's what I'm saying. Fault. So that's the only thing he had to go within the organization, the coaching staff, and choose somebody on the coaching staff.
That ain't
so
it.
He picked the puppet.
I'm saying he picked
the puppet. People left.
Robert Saleh interviewed. He don't want nobody that's gonna.
He interviewed Robert Saleh.
Yeah.
That would have been perfect. That would have been perfect for the Cowboys.
He don't want somebody. Name another owner in the National Football League that we hear from. Haven't heard from the Chiefs owner, or we haven't heard from the Eagles. They're in the Super Bowl.
Blank.
Well, watch this. You had Dan Quinn in the building. If you didn't want Mike McCarthy, why you just didn't make Dan Quinn the head coach?
Yep. And you're not interviewing Kellen Moore. You didn't interview Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore is going to be interviewed by the Saints here. He had better option than this guy. He just went, who can I control?
I'm gonna say Kellen Moore. You could have talked to
Kellen Moore not going back to Dallas.
Kellen Moore made sense.
Well, I'm saying like,
him going back
y'all
to
not
Dallas.
understanding this. This you can't like you're not trying hard enough, Jerry.
He don't want to.
You're not trying. You're not trying.
The only reason I say Kellen Moore makes sense because of the familiarity. The familiarity with him. That's the only reason I say that.
So you do y'all know the last team that had a legitimate chance of 3-peating? The Dallas Cowboys. And Jerry Jones ruined it. He ruined it because he in his mind, he believes that he was the reason why they won those championships. So I feel like in my heart of hearts, it's still this whole pride ego thing about not giving full control to a football coach. I mean, I really feel like I was scared Saleh was going to take that job because Saleh take that job, it's ideal. I mean, you give him freaking 11, what's his name?
Markham Parsons.
Parsons. You give him, man, come on, man. Like,
no more podcasts, give him focus.
It's a shit show, and I love it. Y'all don't love it? I
love it too.
I love it. I love seeing the Cowboys be like this.
I love having company down at the bottom. All right.
Damn.
We at the bottom.
Who gonna climb out first? That's the question.
Well, yeah, right. We gonna get to us. All
I got my
right.
money on y'all.
The Raiders got a new head coach, Pete Carroll. I was kind of shocked by this. I wasn't
me
expecting
too.
to see Pete Carroll head to the Raiders. Gatwood, what were your thoughts? You like that hire?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he's kind of at the end of his career. I don't know. I didn't think he was going to get another head coaching job this soon, to be honest. I didn't see it happen. It kind of surprised me, but I mean, why not?
Well, it was the perfect retirement home. He's out there in Las Vegas, you know. Things
Hey,
to
no
do.
Pete.
He's a good coach, though. I like Pete Carroll.
Yeah, he's just old, bro. I don't know how long he's gonna be there.
He
RC,
look
your
good
thoughts.
to be his age. He
He
looks
does.
good.
He do.
Hey, he's in shape.
Bro, listen, man.
RC, your
See,
thoughts, man.
Tom Brady finna be like Michael Jordan was in the NBA, man. Like, you don't know what the fuck you doing, bro. You bringing this guy in at this
Become a
age.
terrible owner?
What did the terrible management guy, like, this is his doing. This is his guy, his first head coach while being there on his tenure. I feel like you picked this guy because it's a safe pick. You're probably going to wait on Bill, maybe give Bill time to see if you want to be in North Carolina, or wait till the second go round when Joe Brady decides he wants to coach in the National Football League. I think as a head coach, but I think this was a safe hire. Kind of like bringing in Russell Wilson when you're really struggling. But it ain't going to work. It's going to end like Russell Wilson's situation, because if you bring him in and you're trying to build a culture, then it's going to build a culture. But far as look what division you in, and look at the other coaches in that division. You got Andy Reid, Jim Harbaugh, Sean Payton. Really? No, bro. You need to, and all them married to their quarterbacks. Who you got? Like, nah, I don't think it's a good idea. Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea.
Flowers, your thoughts?
I think it's a start of a solid path to where they can get better. You gotta look at the deal they gave him. They gave him a 3+1 deal, which means they can pick up his options not after the third year. So they're not thinking long term with him. I think Pete is there to set the stepping stones for him and get him in the right direction.
Yeah.
In that sense, honestly, you know, I agree with RC just said, but if you think about it, it's actually bittersweet because, you know, with those guys that's coaching in that division, you bring, you know, the old master in that's been successful on both levels, you know, so it gives them a stamp far as, you know, to where they can build off of, in my opinion. I don't mean that they're going to win the division or anything, but if he can get in there and, like I say, steer them into the right directions, it was, you know, in his last year in Seattle, you got to think about it, man. They hit on their draft. They hit on their picks. Now, I ain't talking about the record over. I'm just talking about like the picks far as, you know, when they got Cross from Laurel and, you know, a few other guys in that draft when they traded Russ. You know, that was his last draft. So, you know, he got that draft. Right.
In that draft.
But don't y'all think they should have did this? They should have made this move for Pete Carroll when he left Seattle. That would have been perfect timing.
Would have made better sense.
Yeah.
Well,
it might have been more of him. Maybe he wanted to take a break.
Yeah. That's true. Linda, your thoughts?
So I definitely think this is the last stop on Pete Carroll's coaching journey. The Raiders need a quarterback. They need a franchise quarterback. Right now, they just need somebody that's going to be able to mesh well with Pete Carroll's style and personality. I don't see them winning the division next year, but I think that Pete Carroll can revitalize them like in a similar way that Jim Harbaugh did for the Chargers.
I totally agree. The Raiders, I mean, they were playing hard for Antonio Pierce. You know, they were going out there and making plays, but they just didn't have the right weapons, the right players to do what they need to do. And like you said, Pete Carroll has a history of drafting well. So they're going to get the right quarterback in there, and they're going to fit some things up. And he's going to hand the keys off to the next young up-and-coming guy.
But they did Antonio Pierce like they did, like the Patriots did Gerard Mayo.
I don't think so. I don't want to go that far how they did.
It was kind of like,
I mean, it just wasn't working. He
didn't have nothing, though. He didn't have no players to coach, no quarterback. No, I mean, you can't win. You can't win with oxygen alone, man. You can be breathing. It don't mean you're going to do shit. I mean, what you want him to do?
The defense would have been better. That was his specialty, and the defense wasn't.
Hey, guy, the league, you in a division with other elite coaches and quarterbacks. You need a quarterback. He didn't have one. Like, what was the quarterback? They started out with
Minshew. Gardner Minshew.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like they should start off with Aiden O'Donnell in the first place.
They should have
he
started
showed
off
promises.
Yeah,
he showed promises his rookie year. So why not keep going to him?
I don't need promises. It's a right now. I'm going up against Sean Payton, mastermind. I'm going up against Jim Harbaugh, Googly Head. I'm going up against who else in that? Andy Reid. I got to come out guns a-blazing against them guys, man. I hope he figured it out. Pete. But you know one thing though, Pete don't like Jim Harbaugh, and he be kicking Jim Harbaugh ass. So, all right, we got a rivalry born there.
We do. All right, man. Let's get to the lowly Saints. We are the last team with our head coach.
Hell going on?
Brady.
Yeah,
I don't know,
that
man.
about?
Joe Brady pulled his hat.
Karma.
So Joe Brady just pulled back his ticket from the Saints head coaching vacancy. He said he didn't want it anymore. So we interviewed Kellen Moore. We actually flew out to go see Kellen Moore, I think yesterday or today. Can't remember. And Mike McCarthy is coming back in this week for an interview.
Mike McCarthy gonna get that job.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's not looking too good for the Saints right now.
He's gonna be looking like Zion Williamson about to.
A lot of Saints fans wanted Joe Brady. A lot of Saints fans wanted Joe Brady. He was familiar with the Sean Payton coaching tree,
LSU
and everything. LSU, but it just shows that Mickey Loomis screwed up. He screwed up. He kept players they shouldn't have kept, paid players, and made all the type of wrong decisions. And now it's biting us at the end. Cause now we have an undesirable team.
Isn't the rumor that a lot of people have turned down the job because of Mickey Loomis?
Yes, and Glenn was going to take the job unless Mickey was fired. He wanted Mickey out of there.
Mm.
And of course, I say this about the Saints organization: they loyal to their people. They loyal.
How long Mickey Loomis been there? Over 20 years?
Dude, he probably got his name on the stadium.
It's time to go.
I think for Mickey Loomis, they living off of what he done. It's kind of like when I listen to Ben talk about Sean Payton. The Saints fans and Saints, people, they just can't let go of the past. You never hear me get on here bragging about 5 rings I didn't see. I mean, I just don't do it.
Yeah, you were 5 years old when you had.
Okay, but do it count? If you want a championship, do it not count. If you want a championship, but I don't dwell on it. That's not gonna be the rebuttal. Like Shaq, check out the ring. Look at my ring. My point to you is, sir, this is karma because all year long you bashing everybody else, throwing everybody up under the bus, running over your own quarterback, ironing the back end of your coach's head. Dennis Allen has got another job in a better situation, which I think the Saints' job is a good job. I just think Mickey Loomis is a prop, but I think it's a good job. I really do think that they have talent. Like, who don't want to coach Alvin Kamara? Like, who don't? You get the right. I mean, you need a tight end maybe, but other than that, I think y'all have talent. It's Mickey Loomis. Like, what is he doing? What is Mickey Loomis doing down there? I mean, what's running people away is the question. Like
he spending money
things his way.
He's not good with the money. He's spending it on
At
older
all.
guys. That's the problem. He's spending it on older guys with bad deals, and it's hurting us in the long run. That's what really the problem is. I mean, he draft pretty good. I mean, it's not his drafting ability. They bring in solid guys. We brought in Kool-Aid McKinstry to take Loudmore's place, and he's been playing good.
Prior to the last 2 years, Mickey was doing a terrible job. But from about 2018 to about 2000, in my opinion,
yeah.
2018, 2021.
I mean, you're not gonna be perfect all the time, but he had Zach Bond. They just didn't use him right. We had
Hey bro. Hold on. I'm pumping
Craig
brakes, bro.
Henderson.
Hold up, bro. Hold on. Now, it's 2 guys in this Super Bowl. Everybody been bragging on Zach Bond and Owen Burks.
CJ
CJ Gardner's good, but Bond and Burks, is they benefiting from a good D line. You're gonna see them two guys get exposed in the Super Bowl. But carry on. Don't think Owen Burks. Last time we saw Owen Burks in the Super Bowl, that's when Dre's green light comes down and Mahomes' ears goes up. When you see him again, he's gonna go after him again. But Bond, you didn't miss. He's having them play
Bond's all
there.
over the place. He's
You
a tackling
didn't miss
machine.
on that.
Well, yeah, the only reason that Bond didn't start because of Pete Warner and the Mario Davis, and when we had
who was out, who else was there? You had them two, and who was the third linebacker?
it was the dude with the Steelers. I can't think of his name right now. Quan Alexander.
Yeah.
We had Quan out. He was there. Quan Alexander.
Didn't y'all have Alexander too? The dude from the Lions?
Who?
Oh
yeah, I forgot about dude from Lions. Oh yeah, Alex.
Well, you're paying the wrong guy. You're getting rid of your youth and keeping the older guys.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I didn't like the fact you paid Chase Young $13 million when that's what they pay the entire draft. You know, the draftees. You know, most of them they're not picking in the early rounds, but like you pay one guy that for 1 year, and now he's out the door again. But yeah, Mickey just spend the money all in one place.
Hey, it's Miss Benson. She must gave him the green light to spend all the money he wants.
Yeah, he got the green light. He needs to give up that green light.
All right. We were brought to you by Swift Energy. Need a little pick me up. Use our code VOF13 to get 25% off your tub and get in the gear. Swift Energy, baby.
Send some of that to McDermott and Josh Allen. They need some.
McDermott definitely needs some. My goodness, man. That dude having brain farts on the sideline.
Put it on your tongue and see what happens. You're gonna wake up the Swifties.
All right, let's go on the fast break real quick. We're gonna just talk about one topic on fast break. So your boy Jimmy Butler was suspended indefinitely because he walked out of practice.
What the hell?
I'm sick of it.
Damn, Jimmy.
Flowers, man. What's going on with Jimmy and the Heat?
Well, look, Pat Riley. This is another ego thing with Pat Riley. You know, as far as control. Jimmy don't want to be there. You said what you said in the media. He said what he said. He feels how he feels. I just don't understand the point of Pat Riley's continuing to hold on to valuing Jimmy Butler because you're not going to get anything from him, especially now, all this back and forth. I just feel like Pat Riley is just trying to flood Jimmy or trying to drown Jimmy's pockets because you suspended him for whatever happened with the practice, but you suspended him last week because he didn't want to take the team flights. He was paying for a private flight to get to the games. You know, Jimmy Butler wants to spend $1 million in a month on flying back and forth. You know, but I just feel like it's taken away from what Pat Riley tried to build and try to make into what is called Heat culture. You know, if Jimmy doesn't want to be a part of the culture, don't let him, you know, burn up the culture that you have. I don't understand what Pat's doing. He's trying to stand stern, and you know Jimmy wants to do what he wants to do. I'm to the point in my if it was me, I don't want anybody around my organization if they don't want to be around it. I just think Pat I just don't understand why he's just holding on with this, but I guess he'll continue to suspend him until he figures out what he wants to do.
What are your thoughts about Jimmy getting suspended again?
Jimmy is a brat.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Once again, he wanted his way, but you can't. It's what Jimmy is doing is completely is unprofessional, and to me, it's childlike. You know what I'm saying? I had to do a bit of research because when he got suspended the first time. Because I didn't really understood like his contract. So Jimmy is making like pretty much 46-50 million from the contract he signed in 21.
Right.
And Jimmy has a player option as well. So my thing is like, I understand that he wants the contract extension. You ain't getting that. But at least play to the end. That way you can exercise your player option and go to hell somewhere else. Instead, it's Jimmy's being a hypocrite because he's the one player who called, like, he'll get on anybody that's not showing up to work, that's not trying hard, that's not doing anything to win. And he just being an entitled brat. Man, Jimmy has made over $300 million in his career. And you date Shakira. I mean,
what more do you want?
What more do you want at this point? Yeah, hips don't lie. You go home to that.
She was married.
You know what I'm
I thought she was married when that happened.
Hey, look.
It's life.
It be like that sometimes. But I'm just saying, man, it's just you making $50 million in a no income tax state.
That is correct.
And you act them like you don't have to act like this. This is the wrong way to do this, especially if you have a player option. He rumor is he want to go to Phoenix, but in order for that to happen, you have to trade Bradley Beal. And guess what? Bradley has a no trade clause.
Well, I thought he wanted to be in Miami at one particular time.
Possibly, but who knows? He may change his mind and exercise the no trade clause. So now you just stuck. So you gonna keep acting like this, or you just gonna go to work? Me personally, I'd rather go to work, get my paycheck. Now you suspended.
Got that right.
And you losing money.
RC, you got any thoughts on this?
I think Pat Riley is doing this, dragging this out because he can trade this guy. He's just trying to finesse the league for a 34-year-old ex superstar. Nobody's gonna give you anything of value for Jimmy Butler, man. Just go and get off the player so we can go on. I mean, that's about the only exciting news we have in the NBA is them going back and forth. Other than that, we probably won't talk much about the NBA. But this is Pat Riley being stubborn. Just get the hell off. The Miami Heat, just let him go. Just you're gonna get peanuts.
But it ain't that simple because once again, if Bradley Beal, exercise his no trade clause, I mean, where else you gonna send him and what you
I'm saying you're not gonna get much for him now at that age. Just get off of him.
Right.
To quit all the
How many more years do you have left on his contract?
This the last year.
And he can't wait. He can't just play this out and just like, okay, I'm out of here.
That's why most call him a brat.
This had nothing to do with Pat. I mean, it does in a way, and I get Jimmy frustrations. Like, man, I took the team. Like, Jimmy looking at it like, look, I've been loyal to the team, and I took the team to 2 finals with a bag of peanuts, and you ain't brought nobody else in to, continue that success. But at the same time, like, you can't act like this. Like, none of us cannot just not go to work.
You're right, Mo. Jimmy Butler might feel that way.
This is entitled brat nature.
Jimmy might feel that way, and of course he does. But Pat Riley he got a fight in this because when Pat needed you the most, you're never there. You're hurt. When you made the playoffs last year, you're at home talking about, man, if I was there, we did this and this. What the hell are you not there for? Can't say what I really want to say, but why you not there? So Pat has that argument, within itself. He paid him max money 4 years ago. Mm-hmm. You're at the end of that contract. You're older. Of course, you want the extension, but this is not the way to go about it.
As far as the extension, it will only be 2 years, 112.
Mm-hmm. But I can see why Pat may not want to play. Want to pay that. Especially if Jimmy is.
He's 35.
He's 35, and he's barely available now.
Why don't Jimmy?
He don't understand that. Yeah, you think like, dang, even you gotta realize as an athlete, you are up in age. Like,
think about what you
at
just
some
said,
point,
though, Mo.
yeah.
Think about what you just said about what Jimmy feels or what he thinks. I did this. I did this. So that's where the entitlement comes in. He feel like he has leverage because he helped get the Heat to 2 finals. So that's where that comes in.
But he need to quit acting like he LeBron James. You ain't
I
Dwayne
agree.
Wade. You ain't LeBron James. You ain't Kobe Bryant. You ain't Michael Jordan. You Jimmy Butler. You got the most out of your career, out of your body. You exceeded all expectations. You are not that dude. So Pat need to do this. Who want him? I'm taking anything from him. You can send me Zion too late. Just send me Zion feet. Don't send me the body.
And a
Like,
bucket
just
of
send me,
fried chicken.
like
Take
at
'em.
this point, what you losing? He ain't never there anyway. So what you
Exactly.
losing?
See, and you gotta think about it this way also. It shouldn't be hard to trade him because people will take a contract like that because he has a year left, and then it'll be off the books. So
And
there's no problem in
He
trading.
gonna exercise the player option in the offseason anyway.
And it's no guarantee he gonna go somewhere and be the old Jimmy Butler. I think the last time I saw Jimmy Butler in the finals against the Nuggets, that's it. That was the last we gonna see it. He got the most out of his body. So, I mean, I don't know.
Right.
Jimmy been blessed to get $100 million contract since 2019. I get that you want to stay, but it's a business at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. In fact, it would be better for him to take less money at this point, wherever team he goes to. So that way, they could at least that team could still get pieces around.
Nobody's building around Jimmy Butler now. He's a third option, second option.
Not necessarily.
There's nothing wrong with it.
But if he's healthy, you know what I'm saying. I don't know. He's being very selfish.
I can think of about 5 teams that can use him right now if he was a third option. I can think of 5 teams right now.
Golden State, one of them.
Dallas.
Golden State. Yeah.
He'll fit in with that culture. I mean, I just think to me though, for him, he being a diva, like with the hair and the whole shit talking, like, dude. And he's not a great teammate. Like, you hear people talk about how he is very moody. So, I mean, you take it in. Do you want like another version of Draymond Green without all the fight? I mean, be careful about that.
Right.
Send him back to Minnesota.
All right. That's what I'm thinking too. So the WNBA had a big trade go down. The LA Sparks. Well, it was a 3-way trade. The LA Sparks receive Kelsey Plum from the Las Vegas Aces and a number 9 2025 draft pick. And the Vegas, they got Jewel Lloyd and number 13 pick in it. Dang, that's crazy.
Well,
Las Vegas Aces trade. And then I don't even know how to pronounce the name. Liu, I don't know. It's some Asian descent woman. She's got sent to Seattle for number 2 pick in a WNBA draft.
Okay, can I go first on this? I'll be real quick with this. At the end of the day, a lot of these teams are still stacked. You know what I'm saying? So I think with this trade, I think it's time that the WNBA start thinking about, bringing some more teams in. Because, Jewel Lloyd Las Vegas is already stacked. And Jewel Lloyd, everybody's stacked. If LA stays healthy, that's a stacked
That's
team.
A good team. Yeah, that's a good team.
But they thinking about bringing more teams in. I just want to say that they either Portland, Toronto, and the Golden State team. They go try to bring that team in 25 actually.
Yeah, the Golden State Valkyries.
Yeah, 25.
And the Portland franchise in 2026.
And the Toronto team in 26. So it just brings some more teams in. I think the game has grown enough to the point where you can finally do that. Because, the league is so small that it's like if everybody healthy, everybody's kind of good, except for 4 teams.
Right.
It should have brought back the Houston team. Like, that would make way more sense.
Well, the only reason that team failed because the 2008 recession,
Right.
They didn't have an owner at the time. So, I mean, hopefully with all these investors, they'll bring that team back. And they'll bring that team back for sure.
All right. So those are basketball news. Let's do score updates real quick before we end. Let me see. Can I pull it up real quick?
Ben, before you say that, can I say this real quick?
Yeah, you can.
I ain't know what the hell y'all talking about, man. I know 2 people in WNBA. It's Adrian and Kevin Clark. Everybody else is the hell with them.
Same thing.
Like you know Kelsey Plum, you know Jewel. Yeah, I know because
Jewel.
I mean,
point guard from Seattle.
Yeah,
I know,
Lakers LA got
I know
Cameron
Will
Brooklyn,
Santana.
The Dallas girl. I can't say her name. The Dallas Wings girl.
Hey, I know Joel Santana. I don't know.
Man, come on.
Not the Dipset.
It's got the girl name play for Phoenix. But
I don't know. I know Kelsey.
They talking about Khalil Cooper.
Yeah. I know because I bet on the games. So I be watching.
I know Kelsey Plum. Right, that's the one. Right. Old boy fumbled that.
Darren Waller.
Dan Waller, he want to make his rap mixtape from since.
I know, right?
All right, so Lakers take care of the Hornets. The Cavs outlast the Pistons.
Good job, Pistons.
110-91. The Knicks beat the Grizzlies 143-106. The Kings
beat the Nets.
Yep, Kings beat the Nets 110-96. The Heat beat the Magic 125-119. The Raptors beat the Pelicans 113-104. And the Pelicans have Zion and Murray back.
The Raptors have been playing better for the last couple of weeks. I will say
the Kings have been playing better too.
Really good. Yeah, the Kings have been playing real good.
Big Randy.
The Rockets beat the Celtics 114-112. And the
Bulls stop right there. Mm-hmm. The Celtics have been terrible the past 2 or 3 weeks. They've been terrible.
Dude, Dylan Brooks just dropped 10 threes.
All they do is shoot threes. I was watching the game this past Saturday. I forgot who they were playing against.
Jaylen Brown been inconsistent.
I think it was Dallas they were playing.
Amen Thompson went off. He had 33 and 10 tonight.
Mm-hmm. That Amen Thompson kid. And then Amen y'all got.
Yeah. He's a
start. That's a start. That's a start.
And the Bulls beat the Nuggets 129-121. The Timberwolves gonna beat the Hawks 98-92.
Damn, 92 for that game? Wow.
Yep.
Some of these scores, it'd be like 140, 135, then doggone 95.
That's why I hate betting on the NBA, man. I've been taking good teams. I've been taking some of the plus.
Last year, the scoring was more outlandish than this year.
Most definitely.
All right. Sports news real quick. Clint Kubiak has signed with the Seattle Seahawks as the OC. So he's going for New Orleans. And Dennis Allen signed with the Bears. So the coach staff for Ben Johnson is shaping up. And let's go to fan posts real quick and end on that note. All right. The question is from D-Mac from Instagram. He said, since the Bears are hiring Dennis Allen as their DC, can the Bears with Ben Johnson running offense be a legitimate team next year? Anybody can take the question.
I mean, they can, but the question is, will they? It's a great division. And just because they hired Dennis Allen, Ben Johnson, I just can't say, well, the Bears are gonna go from last to first. That's a big jump, even with two great minds going to one organization like that. You gotta see what of course, what goes on in free agency. How the Bears doing the draft. If anything, address protecting Caleb Williams. Protect the franchise. But they have a chance. I'm not going to, of course, say they don't. They got a clear shot, but I'm just saying the division is tough. So We'll see.
Anybody else want to crack at the question?
I think so. I think we got in that division somebody coming down, somebody coming back to earth. And if I had to pick somebody coming back to earth, it's going to be the Vikings. Because what you're doing with Sam Darnold is very distasteful. I mean, J.J. McCarthy is the all-time leading handoffer in Michigan history. I mean, what Sam Darnold did this year wasn't by accident. I believe he can play football there. But I think Ben Johnson is for real. And the Bears got a lot of talent. We all was on this panel talking about them being pretty good this year. And Caleb Williams don't turn the ball over like Jared Goff. So they can go from last at least third or second. Because I don't trust Green Bay either. I don't know what they are. So.
You know what Ben Johnson said in the presser? He said he loved being Matt LaFleur twice in the season. He loved beating him. So
I'm curious.
That's a robbery right there, brewing.
I'm just curious as far as what Ben Johnson could do with the offense.
I mean, think
especially
weapons,
especially the wide receiver room. DJ Moore, Keenan Allen. You got with Cole Kmet, Dunze. I feel like the wide receiver, it's stacked, but it's just you need to protect. Well, first thing first, you need to protect your quarterback. Improve that O-line first and foremost.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna improve that O-line in the offseason and the draft. Anybody else want to take a crack at the question?
Yeah, I think they're going to be improved next year, but I don't see them passing up Green Bay or the Lions. But like RC said, we'll see how the Vikings pan out. Because if they start J.J. McCarthy, they might be a different team next year.
Yep. Got that right. All right. We are brought to you by Bet Us. We got your game. Place your bet with Bet Us and win some money. We have hockey going on, college basketball, women's basketball, college basketball, and NBA. So place your bet with Bet Us and win big. And head to our merch store. Get your Patrick Mahomes They Hate Greatness shirt.
Oh my God!
Just in time for the Super Bowl. They hate greatness right there.
Hey, I said we all get one. We all get one and wipe our butts with it. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
I was about to say I got a fireplace right there. It's gonna be cold.
Right. And Linda and Linda and RC, I know y'all copping this as soon as possible. We have the Eagles Playmakers shirt. Woo! Fly, Eagles, fly. We have the Eagles logo on the back with the wings. We have Saquon jumping over the Jaguars players backwards. I know Linda and RC copping this as soon as they get off the show.
Listen. Most of the time, the pot called to kill the black. The dude second show, he done said, fly, Eagles, fly. Like, listen, you got to
come on.
Eagles
hey, I'm the host. I can't.
Fly, Eagles. So he want to sing so bad.
No.
He want to sing so. And then he put something in the chat. It was Gardner Johnson talking about somebody from the Commander, talking about J5. He had to put that in there. What are you doing? What are you doing? You showing your hand.
I thought it was hilarious that CJ just run off at the mouth again at the worst possible time. Instead of just focusing on the next opponent. I thought that was funny.
He got diarrhea lips and tongues. I mean, CJ Gardner to me is the most overrated. He had to go back to Philadelphia to be able to do the dumb crap he does. So, golly, why we gotta watch them in the Super Bowl, man?
Hey, before we get off the show, I just want to say this because I just felt like it's really important.
Go ahead and confess it. Come on, let it out. Confess.
No.
It's a perfect time to open up.
Nah, hell nah.
Hey, Mo, hold on before you say that.
You should have opened up.
Not to y'all.
Hey, Gatwood. Now listen, Michigan won a national championship. We ain't seen shit. Ohio State.
I know. He ain't wear no Ohio State
Come
stuff.
on, man.
Look, at least come on the show with the Ohio State blanket draped over you. He ain't come with nothing.
He ain't caught the highlights yet. He ain't watched them yet.
I'm the humble fan right here. right
Man,
here.
stop it.
Very humble.
Stop it.
We
When
got
you
our
win championship,
dub.
there's no humbleness.
You supposed to be
No.
grinning like a damn chess cat. Y'all won damn championship, man. You supposed to be grinning in it.
They shouldn't be able to tell you
I
nothing.
got the flag on my car.
Go
Randy
show me.
said most repping the Expos jersey sick.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
man.
Yes, sir. But speaking of baseball, I just want to say that it's messed up that one of my favorite baseball players, Ichiro, did not get a unanimous decision.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
All these sports media, whoever gets the vote, there should be. I feel like we as fans should choose who get the vote, regardless if it's football, basketball, baseball. Because to me, that's ridiculous.
Too many old heads with votes in baseball. That's the problem.
Let they.
I say rival writers shouldn't be able to vote on the rival player. Like it's like when the guy was voting on Aaron Rodgers. I think he was talking about Aaron Rodgers, the Bears. He said, "I never vote for Aaron Rodgers."
Let the players that preceded him vote. Like the guys that are already.
Oh, like the retired players.
Yeah, because
people in the hall let them vote.
Well, baseball always had this problem. King Griffey wasn't 100%,
which is ridiculous.
You talk to any player in that era, they all say that Barry Bonds was the best player.
Yeah, even Babe Ruth, he didn't get 100. It's just weird. Nolan Ryan, Randy Johnson, I could go on and on. Man.
Barry Bonds is the best baseball player. That's my guy. I'm a Giants fan.
King Griffey's mine.
I got one more.
I've been trying to get a King Griffey jersey forever.
I'm not even gonna say first ballot. For the love of me, I'm quite sure Gatwood will step on this with me. Why the hell Andrew Jones is not in the Hall of Fame? I do not understand that.
10 gold gloves. He's got 10 gold gloves, 400 some home runs. Yeah, there's no reason he should be in the Hall of Fame. Chipper Jones has been talking about it on Twitter because they played.
What? I thought Chipper Jones was in.
Chipper is.
Andrew.
I thought okay. Oh, Andrew. Okay. I was like, what?
One of the best center fielders I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, he was cold.
Yep.
Right. Man, that's why I love baseball jerseys. I think I couldn't wear a rival NFL jersey, but I think I can wear a baseball. Cause I just feel like it just goes with everything. Baseball jersey.
See, my two favorite teams have a guy that played for both teams with my last name, Will Clark, and you had Dwight Clark. So I always be, I want to have to buy another jersey. See, that baseball jersey most guys don't though. That's Vlad. That I need to get that off you though. That's fine with them. That's my guy too. Vlad was the guy.
Vlad was cool.
Yeah, that red, white, and blue Montreal. Yeah.
I know since I won the VOL Fantasy Football League, I get a jersey. So I've been trying to find me a jersey to wear.
Holla at Most. Most got the drip. He swaggy Pete. He
gonna try to give me a Falcons jersey or something.
Only Falcons jersey I get is Vic. That would be the only one. It's got to be.
I'll wear a They Hate Greatness Michael Vick shirt. I'll wear that.
I get that too.
You're a Saints fan though.
That's Michael Vick.
You can't do that.
I can't hate the man. I'll wear that because it'll be our merch, but I'm not gonna buy a jersey. No. All right. Thank y'all for tuning in the show. We had a great time. We'll be back next week. Enjoy this week and stay warm. Don't work too hard. I don't know what we're gonna watch now. I really don't know what we're gonna do now. I guess NBA. Here we come.
I'm waiting on MLB now.
I'm gonna be right behind you.
I may catch up on some tennis.
Well, I've been Hey, no hockey. We gotta get Randy. Randy got to come back on the show. Oh, so he said, "What about Warren Moon?" Man, yes, I definitely need a Warren Moon jersey. I need a Randall Cunningham jersey. I need a Warren Moon jersey. Them the two. I need those. All right, guys. Thank y'all for joining us. We'll be back. Y'all have a good night. We out of here.
Good to see y'all.
See y'all.